name's John Westlake. I'm an electronics designer and I've been working with Canor for the past 24 months on their VIRTUS A3 all-in-one amplifier. It's basically 4 products in one, and I'd like to introduce you to the technology we've used and its features.
Could you briefly introduce VIRTUS A3?
The Canor VIRTUS A3 features a discrete preamplifier with discrete phono stage, followed by a discrete ESS-based DAC, Class A headphone amplifier, and hybrid Class A tube power amplifier.
Please tell us more about the analog inputs and the phono stage.
Phono stage is a fully discrete design supporting both MM and MC. The gain and loading can be configured from the front panel by the user. The analog inputs support both balanced and single-ended. The whole design is essentially balanced. So even when you use single-ended, the signal path from the single-ended input is treated as a balanced. After the preamplifier stage goes to a balanced stepped attenuator. So we try to keep the signal path as balanced as possible to reduce noise and especially hum and noise. And the design, most importantly, is fully discrete. In a whole product, we don't use op amps anywhere in the signal path.
Does the product support digital inputs as well?
The VIRTUS A3 supports fully featured digital inputs, supporting both RCA and XLR, ASEBU, USB, and coaxial SPDIF inputs. The hardware, the USB supports MQA decoding and supports up to 768 kHz, 24 bits. The SPDIF inputs support up to 192 kHz, and the optical support 96.
Which digital input do you consider to be the highest quality?
We recommend USB, asynchronous USB, as the highest quality input digitally into the product. The digital inputs are all isolated, galvanically isolated. The USB is galvanically isolated. The galvanic isolation breaks up the noisy computer ground and separates it from your hi-fi ground. This is a very, very important feature because on most systems, the USB ports are not galvanically isolated from your computer. So that means any computer ground noise, switching power supplies, and anything connected to your computers, monitors, printers, all have switching power supplies. They inject noise into the system, and without galvanically isolated, that would enter your hi-fi system.
What is the digital to analog converter configuration in the product?
We are fed to dual ESS 9038s. This is dual differential design, so that's 2 DACs, 1 DAC per channel, separate.
What should we know about the headphone output?
The Canor VIRTUS A3 features a discrete Class A headphone amplifier that supports differential and single-ended outputs.
Now let's talk about the most complex part of the design, power output stage.
The output stage is always operating in Class A. So there's a low power Class A amplifier that is always controlling the speaker. That is followed by a Class AB brute force damping stage. So
why is this design unique?
Your audio signal as it is controlled by a beautiful, simple Class A tube amplifier, followed by a brute force Class AB amplifier. This brute force amplifier only has to provide current, whereas the Class A amplifier provides the finesse, the speed, and essentially the sound quality is determined by the tube Class A amplifier.
Please provide more insights on how to interact with the device.
The centerpiece of the product really that you see is the knob with touchscreen display. So the whole user interface on this product is via touchscreen, capacitive touchscreen. This is custom designed part. We also have a beautifully designed knob which is using dual bearings, And for longevity of the product, to read the position of this knob, we actually use an infrared laser.
Any final thoughts?
Awful lot going in such a small box. It's taken 24 months of development. It's caused us numerous headaches and stress from every side, but we're very proud, and I sincerely hope you will be as well.